Welcome back to the second episode of the Eastern Pilbara series, guys. In this episode, we're continuing to explore into the desert country, find some more red rock and some gorges. If you haven't already done it, check out the first episode of this series. It was something special. If you're liking the series so far, give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss out when the next episode drops. In this episode, we're heading deeper into the desert and we're going to get off the main track. It's early in the season and we've had a lot of rain up here in the Pilbara, so I'm not sure what to expect. It could be overgrown, it could be a heap of washouts and we could get into some trouble, but I'm hoping it's going to be an epic find, and at the end of it, we see some gorges and some waterholes and find a specky little spot to roll out the swag. Let's get into it. You! Now, I've only been off the main track for about half an hour or so, and I'm already starting to feel a lot more remote. Compared to the north-south sections of the track, you can tell that no one really comes out here. There's sections of this track that don't look like they've been living in a while, and as I expected, after the big wet, there's heaps of washouts and lots of overgrown sections of the track. A lot of obstacles to get around. I've got a long way to go. Let's hope I can make it to the other end in one piece without getting myself into too much mischief. Happy days. How unreal was that drive, guys? Like, I won't lie to you, when I started on that track there, I was starting to shit myself a little bit, wondering what I got myself into, watching that fuel usage go up and whatnot. But gee whiz, that was the speckiest drive. I reckon it's up there with one of the best I've ever done. Absolutely breathtaking on the way in here. And now we've rocked up at this gorge site all by ourselves, no one else out here. And so I reckon we'll set up camp, collect some firewood, and then we'll get to maybe hiking up the gorge this afternoon and find the first water hole. Can't wait to share it all with you guys. You. Is that good water, Rory? Is that good water? Yeah? Yeah? Don't let Eugene drink it all, mate. Yeah, he will. He's a crafty little black rat. He'll drink it all on you. No, good you help. Alright guys, so walking down into the gorge now for the first time and have a bit of a sticky beak about. But mate, she's a bit overgrown. You can definitely tell there's been a bit of water out this part, and we have had a wet summer with a few cyclones up here in the Pilbara. So that can only be a good sign of what I might find when I'm in here, eh? Let's turn you around, show you the track, show you what I'm walking on and see what we find, eh? If you look at that just over there, it looks like there's a stream. And well, I haven't been here before. All reports that I've heard is that it's usually a bit of walk to find the water. So the fact that there's still some here, right down near the campsite, is a bloody good sign. How cool is that? We are literally in the middle of the desert and we found this little gorge here full of water. That is epic. What do you reckon, Rory? What do you reckon? Does it look good? Look good, girl? That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. Have a go at that. Mate, I've only walked maybe, I don't know, 150, 200 metres in between these cliff faces here, and another gorgeous big pool underneath the rocks and underneath these trees here. That is epic. We might try and find a spot to camp up there, have a bit of a swim, and see how we go. So I've come across this little sandy bank leading into this gorgeous waterhole here. Check out those red cliffs. That is insane. Man, this is epic. You can see someone's had a little fire in here. There's no way anyone could have camped in here. It's way too rough to get in, but it's only a short trek from the campsite, so carry your stuff in and have a beautiful little fire by the water here. Epic. What do you reckon, Eugene? What do you reckon, mate? Might be time for a dip. Rory, time for a dip, you reckon, mate? All right. Unreal. Alright guys, so just had a quick dip down here. Water is freezing cold, but somewhat refreshing. It is quite warm out here. It's probably about 32 degrees today. It's about the middle of the day, and I guess because of that, the sun's really not in a good spot for any sort of photography. So I think I am just going to sit down here, throw some sticks for the dogs, read a book, chill out for a bit, and then wait for the sun to move over behind the cliff behind me, and then maybe I'll head up a bit further to see if there's any more pools to find, take a few photos before heading back to camp, and do a nice big cook up in the campfire tonight. Happy days, eh? What do you reckon, Rory? Happy days, Rory? Happy days? Oh, that's a good girl. Hey, there's a good boy, hey? You want some sticks thrown for you? You want sticks? Yeah, oh yes you do, yeah you do. Here we go. Track is definitely overgrown. Can tell there hasn't been too much foot traffic up this way. Plus with where all the trees and shit has obviously come down. Last time we had a fair bit of rain. It makes it for a bit of hard yakka. Just come across this little cave. Real cool. Man, check that out. Looks like there's a few wasp nests up there. So I won't go around crawling too much. That's pretty epic. And then right back out into the gorge again.
Man, this place is so cool. Now it looks to me, though I'm no expert in the matter, but that could be a couple of goanna petroglyphs, similar to what we saw up on the red rock back at the first hole there. That's neat. Almost didn't see it when I walked in the cave the first time. I only saw it on my way back here. Very cool stuff. Alright, so we found this little pool. A little bit stagnant looking, to be honest. Nevertheless, it's pretty cool. What was this? Hey Eugene, how you doing, buddy? What you found, little guy? Huh? What stories have you got to tell, mate? Huh? Sit down here next to your sister, eh? There's a good pup. Good pup. There, you're a good girl too, Rory. You're a good girl too. So I've just walked a pretty penny into the gorge here, and it's a magnificent walk. Like these red rocks, man, so unreal. Hey Rory, how you going, girl? But a lot of the pools, they're not flowing, they're stagnant and pretty low level. I just know if I keep going a little bit further that I'll find probably the most immaculate pool I've ever seen in my life. But I'm going to call it quits here. Like, it's been a good walk. Don't have that much water on me, and I'm probably not wearing the right footwear and a pair of pluggers. But as you can see, the flies are quite bad too. They're really starting to like how I'm smelling out here. But man, do yourself a favour and get yourself out to the Eastern Pilbara, out to this desert country. It is something to be seen. It is just so peaceful out here. I haven't seen anyone in about 4 days. I'm just going to sit here and relax for a little while and take it all in. I'm driving out tomorrow, and who knows when I'll be back, but I can tell you I'll be back here one more time. This is spectacular. Big day, eh, dogs? Big day, Rory. Big day, Eugene. Did a few miles. So we just climbed up on the rock face just behind camp here, and my word, the sky is starting to bring some beautiful sunset colour into that. You've got that green, the red, the blue and the pink coming up in the sky. This is magical out here. This is so cool. So lucky to be out here this time of year. tonight to cook up is going to be some peanut satay skewers. So what we're going to have tonight is a bit of halloumi, obviously a bit of chicken thigh. It's been in the vac seal, that's just taken out of the freezer, so it's defrosted nicely today. Bit of red onion, bit of capsicum, zucchini, and for the peanut satay sauce, it's just simply coconut cream and a bit of peanut butter. So I'm going to whip this all up, get the trivet out, put it on the fire, cook it over the coals, and we'll see how she goes, eh? Happy days. Tell you what, these look almost done. It's a bit harder doing it on the trivet than I thought it would be. A bit sticky. Halloumi didn't last or stick together as well as I would have liked, so maybe not a great addition to the skewer down here. But let's go heat up the satay sauce, and when we'll get these, we'll be about ready to hop off the fire. Woo! Alright, so we've whipped up the coconut cream and peanut butter sauce here, and now we shall ladle it gently on top of these guys here. Oh, it's a little bit much. That's a little bit better. One more for the last one here. Bang. Now that bloody looks ripper. Let's see how she tastes. Alright, so peanut satay skewers cooked on a campfire. So this is the first time I've done this, so let's give it a red hot crack, eh? Oh, bang! That was good. That was really good. That coconut flavour from that coconut cream obviously comes really well in with the peanut. This is better than expected. Didn't cook overly well on the trivet. Would probably use the cast iron lid next time if I had a choice. Halloumi wasn't a great bet. Might put mushrooms in next time or something like that. But this is a quality home cooked meal cooked out on a campfire in the middle of the bush. Who says you can't live decadently out here, eh? This is outrageous. Right, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, and I'll catch you all later.
Well, that's it, guys. That's the end of episode 2 of the Eastern Pilbara series. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and if you're enjoying this series so far, give us a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'll be back soon with the finale of this series. Until then, I'll see you all on the dirt track.